There's something a lot of people don't realize about self-discipline. The real problem is not that you can't stick to your promises. It's that every time you break one, something quietly changes as to how you see yourself. And the strange part is, you don't notice it happening at once. It builds slowly, almost invisible, until one day you realize something feels different about how you approach your own goals. But by then, the pattern has already been repeating for a while. And once you see what's actually happening underneath it, you start to understand why just try harder has never worked. Let's talk about that. Hi, I'm Rosetta. Welcome back. This channel is about self-awareness, mindset, habits, and understanding the patterns behind our behavior so we can actually change them from the root, not just false motivation. And today, we are talking about something more deeper than just discipline. We are talking about why you keep breaking promises to yourself, even when you really mean them. Part 1, the small break that changes everything. When most people think about breaking promises to themselves, they imagine big failures, like completely quitting, giving up, walking away from your goals. But that's not usually how it happens. It's much smaller than that. It starts with things like, I will start tomorrow, and then not starting at all. I will do it later, and never doing it. I will stick to this plan, and then adjusting it just once, again and again. Each moment feels small, almost harmless, like it doesn't really matter. But internally, something is being recorded, not consciously, but psychologically. Every time you don't follow through, your brain updates a belief. This might not happen. And the more time it happens, the stronger that belief becomes. Not overnight, but slowly. Part 2, let's talk about the real shift you don't notice. Here's where it gets very interesting. Most people think the problem is motivation, but motivation is not the issue. The issue is trust, because after enough broken promises, you stopped expecting yourself to fully follow through. And that changes how you behave before even starting. You hesitate more. You plan less confidently. You reduce your expectation without even realizing it. And sometimes you don't even try as hard anymore. Not because you gave up, but because part of you already expects the outcome. So you start protecting yourself against disappointment. And that protection looks like starting later, doing less, quitting too early, or not fully committing. It feels like laziness, but it's actually self-protection. Part 3, let's talk about why you keep repeating the same cycle. So now the cycle becomes predictable. You feel motivated, you make a promise. You try, life interrupts. You break the promise, you feel disappointed, you lower your expectations, you try again, but smaller. Then eventually, you lose momentum altogether. And then you label yourself as, I don't follow through. I never stay consistent. I always start and stopped. But notice what actually happened. It wasn't one failure. It was repeated small breaks that change how you relate to yourself. And once that shift happens, you stop entering goals with full belief. Part 4, the part that no one else talk about. This is the part most people miss. The problem is not that you don't know what to do. It's not even discipline. It's that you are now trying to act on goals while quietly doubting yourself in the background. So when you start something new, there's a small voice saying, let's see how long it lasts. And that thought alone changes your energy. Because now you are not just trying to succeed, you are also preparing to stop. Part 5. Let's talk about how the pattern actually breaks. The only way out of this cycle is not a big change. It's rebuilding trust in small ways. Not dramatic promises, not life overhauls. Just small commitments you can actually keep. Because self-trust is not rebuilt in big moments. It's rebuilt in small, repeated proof. I say I will do it, and yay, I did it. That's what slowly reverses the patterns. Not intensity, but consistency at a manageable level. Part 6. Let's talk about the shift. And once that trust starts coming back, something changes. You stopped negotiating with yourself so much. You stopped doubting every decision. And you stop entering goals with hesitation. Not because life gets easier, but because you start trusting your own word again. And that changes everything. So, if you have been stuck in a cycle of breaking promises to yourself, don't just ask how to be more disciplined. Ask what pattern you have been repeating that slowly change how you see yourself. Because once you see that clearly, you can finally start changing it. And if this helped you, I will see you in my next video.